the one thing you need to know to help you build confidence in your physical practice. Hi everybody, this is Jane here from Authentic Energy, your wellness platform to help you build body confidence. So I just finished my yoga practice for today. You can see I'm still sweaty and in my yoga gear, got my yoga band on. And I actually just practiced in my living room, with such a tiny space, can you imagine? But no excuses. So a lot of you guys have been asking me like, how do I get to the stage where I can do 100 burpees, for example? How can I perform a really good push-up? How can I do a headstand? Right, there is really no secret, no shortcut to mastering any physical practice. Whether if you are practicing from gymnastics, yoga, or fitness, or CrossFit, or even marathon practice, right? There's only one thing you need to know, which is consistent training. That's right, I want you guys to write that down. Consistent training is what everybody needs. So what do I mean by consistent training? You're thinking, yeah, practice every day. Yes, that's something that everybody's been talking about. I'm sure your trainer, your coach has also been telling you the same thing, right? Hey, you need to practice maybe 3 times a week, or maybe every day, or maybe at least twice or once a week. But let me tell you a secret, okay? This is something that I have actually gathered from my past 2.5 weeks of practicing headstand. That's right, some of you guys who follow me on my Instagram and on my social media account, you know that I have been practicing headstand relentlessly, consistently every day. And this is my week 3, right? So 2.5 weeks in, I can tell you I have actually built up the confidence in holding myself nice and stable, and my legs are able to go up. Both legs are able to go up. And some of you guys might be surprised, like how can you actually advance in such a short amount of time? Or maybe, I don't know, everybody's different, right? Maybe some of you guys can actually do that in 1 week. But for me, I am very surprised by my own progress as well. I'll tell you this, okay? At the beginning, I was very afraid of doing headstand. So I refused to practice headstand. Or, the most I could do was just to kick my legs up against the wall. But now, under a really amazing guidance from my personal coach, I am able to practice without anything supporting me. You can see I was just practicing here in my living room. So anyways, if you want to know more about how to progress into a full headstand, I'm going to make a separate video about it. If you want to know about it, please leave in a comment below. But the key for me to build up the confidence, for me to kick my legs up, or even just to put my head down in the middle of nowhere with no support, it did take up a lot of courage, okay? But what I did was I practiced headstand every single day. That's right. Now you're thinking, do I have to block out an hour every day to practice that? You can do that if that's something you want, but for me, it's just simply 10 minutes a day, or maximum 15 minutes. So at the beginning, I gave myself this task, I have to put my head down at least 10 times, then I'm done for the day. So you can imagine at the beginning, I'll try to put some videos here. You can see how I did at the beginning. I was terrible. But then I told myself, you know what? I just have to at least kick up 10 times a day, put my head down, put my crown on the mat, just 10 times, and I'm done for today, okay? And tomorrow is another day. I'm gonna do the same tomorrow. So only just 10 minutes a day. There were times that, I wasn't able to have a full 10 minutes because, life gets in the way, right? But I had to make sure that at least I get my head down for a couple of times. So I know that I actually practice every day. So it's not about going full on, going all harding for 5 days and then you stop. So all you have to do is, even if you're putting 50%, 60, 70% of the effort, but you do it every day, then you know that it's consistent. So for me, I was like, hey, when people ask me, I said, I only practice 10 minutes a day. That's all. I do my other yoga practices, but I know that my focus is 10 minutes a day for my headstand. And if I don't feel well, if I feel okay, today's not the day, I would just do a couple of the headstand and I'll stop. Okay. So, after 2.5 weeks, I was able to actually exceed my expectation. And at the same time, I want you guys to have the patience. While you're practicing consistently, make sure you have the patience and don't give yourself that kind of pressure like, oh, I have to get there by this time, I have to do that. It's good to give yourself the push, but also at the same time, sometimes that kind of push can become a desperate energy. So when your energy becomes desperate, it's going to hinder you from actually excelling. So I want you guys to be patient, to have love for your body, and also make sure your mind is in the right place as well. So while you're practicing, whether if it's your fitness practice, your yoga practice, or sprinting, running, whatever, cycling, make sure your vibration, your mind up here is in a state of love, in a state of, I'm doing this to give myself love. I'm doing this calmly and happily. Okay, so that is what I mean by the body and mind connection. Okay, so I hope you guys learn a lot from this episode, and I will share more of my yoga headstand practice progress with you guys here. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down here, because every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I deliver you guys the practical tips to help you guys build body confidence. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.